So I recently got a new copy of Pokemon Sapphire. Now, these games use a battery that control the clock, timed events like berries, and keep the RNG from being broken like Emerald. I'm not gonna go into why you should replace your battery. I assume you have your reasons to click on this video anyway, but I am going to show you how I do it. Getting this message when booting up the game indicates a dead battery. We're going to start by unscrewing the screw on the back of the cartridge. This is done with a tri-wick screwdriver. You can easily find one online. Make sure you put the screw somewhere safe. We'll still need it later. You can gently open the cartridge as shown in the video. Now we have the chip with the battery. Make sure your soldering iron is hot enough. Then lightly touch, or tap rather, the pre-soldered tin on the chip, while carefully pulling up on the battery. It should come loose easily. We'll need to remove the metal contacts from the dead battery. This is the point in the video where I have to put a disclaimer. The way I do it can be quite dangerous, so please do so at your own risk. I basically wedge a knife between the contacts and the battery and use the rubber handles of my pliers as some sort of nutcracker. It works well because the rubber handles provide a lot of grip. Do not try this if you can't grip the knife and the battery. You will hurt yourself. You can slightly straighten the contacts. Don't worry if they have a little bend in them. This is actually a good thing as it helps keep the battery in place later. Now we simply solder the contacts back in their original place. You can re-tin the chip if necessary, but I rarely have to do this. The contact on the outside of the chip is the one that comes on top of the battery, and the middle one rests underneath the battery. I recommend doing the middle one first. You can now slide the battery in between the contacts, plus side down, minus side up. Make sure the contacts are actually in contact with both sides. Now we just have to put the cartridge back together and test if our replacement worked. Place the half of the cartridge with the hole for the screw down and place your chip on it. This part can be quite fiddly, so take your time. It might require a bit of force to close the cartridge if you used a CR2025 battery, but it will fit. Without putting the screw in yet, test your cartridge in a Game Boy. If you don't get your dead battery message anymore, you were successful. If not, open up the cartridge and adjust the battery, and make sure the contacts are in contact with the battery. Again, you can slightly bend the contacts so they will touch the battery. If you're worried the battery is not going to stay in place, you can always use a bit of tape. Now we just have to screw the tri-wick screw in the back and we can start playing.